What up, y'all? This your boy Ace here, and welcome to Track and Ace. Wanted to make this video because been a lot of talk about it. Really since Tuesday when WNBA Commissioner Kathy Engelbert went on to I forgot what they called the program on CNBC. I've seen it quite a few times in my life because at one point in my life I was watching CNBC every day because I was into like stocks and stuff and crypto. And I remember I used to watch this show every day. It used to be on in the morning, it'd be on in the morning or like early morning, like 6-7 o'clock in the morning. And like I said, Kathy Engelbert was on there, and Kathy Engelbert was talking about what propelled the WNBA to the top this season. And she mentioned Angel Reese and Caitlyn Clark. It's rivalry coming from college, and how like racism has definitely ignited things. You know what I'm saying? So just like the NBA back in the early '80s with Magic and Bird, and she got a lot of fire from that because it felt like she was endorsing the racism aspect of the growth of the rivalry. And Kathy Engelbert, like I said, took a lot of heat for it. And from the players, from the union, the media, all that stuff, fan bases and everything. So everyone was talking about it back on Tuesday. And then what did we have on Tuesday night? We had the big debate between Vice President Kamala Harris and then former President Donald Trump, right? So Taylor Swift had a post on her page, and supposedly Caitlyn Clark liked the comment. And it sparked a whole fuse over the Caitlyn Clark fan base, and everyone else was noticing it. And it felt like Caitlyn Clark took a punch to the gut to the people who thought she was a right-winger and all this other stuff. And it was a shitstorm for the next day. And then Caitlyn has this bad game last night. It was just like a bad day for Caitlyn Clark. And we're still talking about it today on Thursday, and what the after effects of that stuff was, and if she lost any of her fan base. And so I have seen angry comments from her, the racist part of the fan base. And like I said, from day one, I have not associated myself with that fan base. I made videos when nobody was watching me back in May when I was doing WNBA content, and I was talking about how important it was for Caitlyn Clark to grow this league and change it. And I'm going to get to some of that a little bit because I'm going to do a bigger video about that maybe after the season. I'm going to try to do it before the new women's college basketball season, because on this channel, we're going to, once we get past the fevers, whenever the fever season ends in the playoffs, we are going to start transitioning into the women's college season, because I'm going to start handpicking a few players that I'm going to cover most of the time, most of their games and stuff, like I have been covering here in the WNBA. I'm going to cover a few players that I like and a few players that I think could fit on this fever team for them to be drafted, right? So we're going to start transitioning over to women's college basketball in November. And I'm going to make that video about the changes that I think is forthcoming, because I got some more information about where the WNBA is headed. And I got to tell you guys, the WNBA is going to look so much more different in the next 5 to 10 years than it looks right now. It's going to be overnight. Think of the NBA in 1980 when Bird and Magic first came into the league. They completed their first full season in the league. Think about the way the WNBA started looking in the mid to late 80s. It was a different looking league at that point than it did back in like the 70s. It was a whole different looking league by that point. It looked like it had more money coming into it, right? That's how the WNBA is going to look. And I believe the players in the WNBA are going to start looking different. And y'all know what I'm talking about. I don't have to say it. The players are going to start looking different in the league, because you want to know why they're going to start looking different. There's a league called the Unrivaled League. And it's going to be what the WNBA has been over the past 20 years or so. Is going to be more reflecting on that league, and the WNBA is going to be looking like the Caitlyn Clark version of the league, which is more white players. Okay, so that's just a hint on what the WNBA is going to start looking like in the future. I'm gonna touch upon that a little bit at the end of this video, but let's get back to the subject at hand. So, again, the racist part of Caitlyn Clark's fan base, so the progressive, real far right wingers, okay, the real conservative Caitlyn Clark fans. Now, there's some conservative Caitlyn Clark fans who love watching her ball. They truly love watching her ball, and they're not unhinged, okay? I had somebody actually come in my comment section earlier this morning, under one of my videos, and they turned their back on Caitlyn Clark. And I wasn't surprised because last night I was reading a bunch of comments of people upset with Caitlyn Clark. So it wasn't like it was just the first time I've seen it on my channel, like from any commenter, and I said I had to address this. I said I got to take the time to really address this stuff because I feel like that part of the fan base is very dumb, very ignorant, and very dumb. Because first of all, you should never let a celebrity or athlete or anything like that ever dictate who you root for, who you're a fan of. Their political allegiances, their religious allegiances should not affect you, okay? It should not affect you, and it should not affect the way you like them or whatever, because that is just something that they represent from that. You know, there's a ton of celebrities that I know follow Scientology. I'm not truly a Democratic person myself. I'm more leaning it towards the Republicans, but I'm not even really on either side. Really, I'm gonna be honest. Like, I'm really not on either side because I really don't vote, and I do like Donald Trump, but I don't really lean any sort of way. Okay. But I definitely don't lean left. I'll tell you that right now. I definitely do not lean left at all. I don't like Democrats. But the thing is that this situation, and I don't like Democrats because I live in a big city, so they've ruined a lot of things in my city. So I've seen it firsthand, like with the destruction that Democrats can do to people in the city. So that's why I don't like them. But there's a lot of Republicans that are actually rooting for Kamala Harris too, so don't get it twisted with Republicans. Like, the Republicans ain't that good either. But I do like more of their ideologies with the conservative stuff, especially when it comes to finances and stuff. I do like that stuff. Trump is pro-crypto, so that's another reason why I tend to like him. And I just thought he did a better job, like, in his 4 years as president than Biden and Obama did. So I'm just like more towards his side. But everything that's come under this, I mean, like I said, whether you root for Kamala or Trump or not, it really does not matter in this situation. And so CC hit the like button, and I got some information, and that's another reason why I wanted to do the video, because I got some information that she didn't even hit the like button under that account. From what I heard, there was an insider that said, because a lot of people don't realize this, is that on social media, a lot of celebrities, a lot of athletes have handlers. They have people that work on their social media accounts and stuff. And Caitlyn Clark is big enough because she gets a lot of money from endorsements where she can pay somebody to handle her social media account. She's got a team. She's got someone that actually dresses her when she comes to the arena too. Lexi Hall is different because Lexi Hall she don't got none of that. She is actually I believe she's actually the one on social media posting her TikToks, like the pre-game outfit videos and stuff like that. She's actually the one posting that stuff. And probably all the other stuff that she does online. She's not that big to the point where she has handlers and stuff, and she dresses herself too. But some players are big enough, because I know this from the NBA as well. A lot of players have handlers, and they have people dressing them when they come to the arena. So it's a lot of stuff that y'all don't understand when it comes to these players. They have handlers. And so this is what I understand of what happened, right? So when Kathy Engelbert said what she said, everyone was in an uproar. The players especially were wanting to get her out. Like, they've been wanting to get Kathy Engelbert out of there, and The thing about Kathy Engelberg that you got to understand is that Kathy Engelberg is she is a very successful CEO. She is known for turning profits and stuff like that, and she works for the owners. Okay, and the owners are the ones that are going to have to drop her if they don't feel like she's making money for them, and she's making money for them. So there's no reason for them to vote Kathy Engelberg out unless there's just and look, the WNBA doesn't have a lot of positive promotion in the public anyway. So I don't even think, unless it's something with like agenda related, like I'm talking about LGBTQ, that scene, the scene that supports the WNBA. Unless it's something like that, I don't really see them firing Kathy Engelberg or voting to fire her or anything like that. She is the first commissioner of the league. So they had a couple of presidents, and I believe they had one or two that were black. And even when they were president, the black ones, the players weren't really supporting them. So the players are very hypocritical. The union is very hypocritical. Y'all got to understand like the history of this league. Like this league, the players, it's all about, let me tell you something about the WNBA. It is all about the LGBTQ, and it is all about uplifting the black woman in the league, okay? This is why they've been pushing Angel Reese and Asia Wilson so hard in this league to be the face. They don't like Caitlyn Clark being a white face of the league, okay? They don't. They don't like Caitlyn Clark being a white face of the league. And I think a lot of you guys already know that anyways. So I don't think a lot of what I'm saying is really surprising to you. And so when it comes to like this situation, they were going to, and I got another secret for you. The Unrivaled League was started to end the WNBA, okay? So the handlers like Brianna Stewart, Defeasy Collier, all of those types of girls and stuff, who started that league, were using that league to end the WNBA, to kill it off, okay? They were going to use that league to kill off the WNBA. But what they didn't see coming was Angel Reese and Caitlyn Clark. Mainly Caitlyn Clark. They didn't see that type of popularity coming from any players on the college level. And it kind of ruined their plans, because had Caitlyn Clark not came, WNBA's future would have been probably, I don't think it would have ever ended, but I just think it would have been even smaller than what it was before. It would have been, the Unrivaled League would have took it over. Sort of like, if you could think about it, WWE and WCW back in the day. Let's think of WNBA as WCW, and then the WWE buys it out, right? And so the WWE is the one that's left standing, right? That's how it would have been, right? I probably could have found a better analogy than that, because it's really not the same. Because the WCW ended up dying. But y'all get what I mean, bro. But here's the thing. Like I said, the Unrivaled League is supposed to kill off the WNBA, right? And this is what I was saying. What I was saying about the future of the WNBA. A lot of white ballers. Okay. That's what I was saying. And if y'all notice on this channel, what do I usually talk about most of the time? White ballers. So yeah, and there's a reason for that, okay? There is a reason for that, because I already see what's coming. And what's coming is white ballers, okay? So remember what I said, okay? Okay? Like, I'm gonna just leave it at that. Remember what I said, okay? Because Caitlyn Clark, and I saw this back in like 2022. I said when Caitlyn Clark comes to the WNBA, she's going to change the league, and we're going to get a lot of white ballers, okay? And the WNBA is going to become something different than what it is right now, okay? It's going to become something very different than what it is right now, okay? Very different, bro. The Unrivaled League will be the old WNBA. This new WNBA is going to be something totally different. It's all of these old girls that are in the league, they're going to be gone. They're going to be retired, and the new girls are about to the new girls are about to take over. And what's going to end up happening is it's sort of like USFL too when that was out back in the 80s. There's going to be some college players that are going to go straight to their own rival league, and there's going to be some that's going to go straight to the WNBA. And there's going to be a choose. Like, it's going to be players are going to have to choose where they're going to go. And the money right now, I'm going to tell you right now, the money is actually with the WNBA. The money is really with the WNBA because CC is in the WNBA. She's not. I don't believe she's going to the rival league, but you never know. Like, we'll find out more about that in the offseason. But CC is the one that's going to control where women's basketball is really going, okay, in the future. And what we got right now is we got a situation. I feel like what happened this week with that stuff is a game changer. So again, what I heard was that on Tuesday they wanted to rectify the situation with the whole racism thing, the racist fans, and there was a handler on CC's account who liked the post that Taylor Swift had, because Taylor Swift herself has handlers, okay? I don't know if Taylor Swift wrote that herself, but we know she endorses Kamala, so there's no secret about that. She endorses Kamala. I think she endorsed Biden too, so it's not really a surprise there. But we do know she actively endorses Kamala, so there's no real surprise that she will make the post that she made on there. But the insider that I heard this stuff from was that it might have been a handler that wrote that for Taylor, and that there was a handler that actually liked that post from CC to kind of, okay, so the hope was, and I believe the league was over this as well from what I heard, the league might have did it to rectify the situation from earlier with Kathy Engelbert so that they could get rid of the racist fans. But there's going to be some racist fans that are going to go away. I believe they're already gone. They're already gone as of when they heard about that yesterday or whatever. But there are some that are going to stay, because there are some that they don't even watch basketball, bro, because the proof is in the pudding. Last night's TV ratings came out for the WNBA for NBA TV. The game between the Las Vegas Aces and Indiana Fever was the highest rated game of the whole entire year on NBA TV. Highest rated telecast on NBA TV this year. Almost 700,000 people on a Wednesday night watch the Fever and the Aces game. And there's a lot of people that's thinking, because of the situation, that the Ion rating on Friday is got a chance to be another record for Ion. They might even get super close to 2 million. There's got a chance, and we're getting real close to the playoffs, so I could actually see, I think it'll be like right over 1.5 million. I think it'll be in that area. It might peak around 2 billion, which is what I'm thinking is going to be the number. But the fact that her ratings are still high, and this is the day after she liked the post. Everyone knew about it at that point before the game that she supposedly liked that post, okay? And the ratings were still high, all right? So that what that means is that a majority of the Caitlyn Clark fans watch basketball, and the other sector never watched the games. I'm telling you, there's a sector that doesn't watch the games. I don't want to put black and white sports out there like that, because they're fellow YouTubers. I really don't like doing this with fellow YouTubers, but black and white sports, I believe they don't watch the games, because they don't even watch the NBA. They don't endorse anything with basketball. They don't like basketball. They don't like anything that's woke. I don't even think they watch the NFL on that channel. So I'm not sure, but I don't think they watch the NFL. So it just kind of tells you like where they're at, okay? But all of these people, okay, the people who have separated themselves from Caitlyn Clark, they didn't watch the games anyway, so they don't even really matter. The people who watch Caitlyn Clark love her for her basketball skills, okay? And this is why at least half of Caitlyn Clark's fan base is black men or people who just watch ball, okay? This is why I hate the fact that when the non Caitlyn Clark fans try to group all of us Caitlyn Clark fans in together like we all are racist, or we're all white racist men, or whatever, racist white women or whatever. I'm like, bro, that's only like 1 or 2% of the fan base. Literally 1 or 2% of the fan base does this like harassment stuff on the internet, this real harassment stuff, and they're just trolls. They link themselves up to Caitlyn Clark, and they're not even really Caitlyn Clark fans. Okay, so why in the world would you link all of us in together? All right, and I'm telling you, Reese fans are some of the worst out there. They're pro-blacks who play the victim card. And what do pro-blacks do? I'm black myself, so I know this from like inside out. They play the victim card every single time. And by the way, on the Unapologetically podcast is doing horribly in the viewership this week on YouTube. I think my girl Rachel Demita had way more views than her, and plenty of other YouTubers. The only person she's probably beating is me, because I don't get that many viewers over here. But that is crazy, right? Like, when I saw her numbers, I was like, God damn, Angel, you need to just get on the court, because ain't nobody paying attention to you when you off the court. You know what I mean? Because if Caitlyn did a podcast, bro, man, people be watching that, bro. It wouldn't perform this way, I'll tell you that right now. But Caitlyn is truly focusing on basketball, and the level of maturity that she has is amazing. And one thing that I hated was that just because she had a bad game last night, there were people that was kind of like hating on her and stuff. I had some people in my conversation. I was like, why are you turning on Caitlyn for? Like, that's crazy that you would turn on Caitlyn like that. Like God damn, like, what the hell? Like, why are you turning on Caitlyn? You know, the only people that I would have expected was if you were already a Fever fan from before this season. Like, I could see why you would turn on Caitlyn then, because you really had no allegiances to Caitlyn before she came over to the team. So I could see that. But the girl had one bad game, man. And I honestly believe she's going to have a big game tomorrow, because she hears the people talking. I bet you she shot 100 shots after the game. I think she looked distracted yesterday. It looked like something was definitely wrong with her yesterday. Like, she looked distracted. I might have got it wrong when I blamed Size for the way she played, but I wasn't wrong in blaming Size for that loss, though, because the rotations was absolutely horrific yesterday. But I might have been wrong when it came to why CC had a bad game. So I do apologize for that. But but overall, though, that part of the fan base, bro, they are not real CC fans, and they will not affect the CC movement, because the CC movement is going to remain strong. It's never going to die off. You can't kill it. So anybody trying to kill it, it's not happening. It's not happening, because a lot of us are in bed with CC. Like, we are literally going forward until her career ends. We're definitely in line with CC. Okay. Ain't none of us stopping being fans of CC, man. Now, CC not even my favorite player on the team. It's Lexi Hall right now. And I'm going to tell you what, like, it really does not matter, this stuff that's going on. And I feel like in due time, it will all fade. This is like the news for right now, and it will all fade, okay? And this is just election season drama, you know what I'm saying? You always know that's election season drama. I can't wait until the election season ends, so we can get back to our lives on that stuff. But let me tell you something, man. CC is going to be okay. Her fan base is going to be okay. And it's probably a good thing that they're gone. You know, some of the ones that were like really fake with it. But I'm going to tell you right now, all of them are not gone. There's a lot of them still that's going to be around. Okay? Because they can't help themselves. Once somebody becomes a fan, it's hard for them to leave completely. It's really hard for a lot of people to leave completely. I'm going to tell you that right now, man. That's a lesson of life. A lot of them is going to be hard for them to like completely leave, bro. But yeah, so the last thing I want to talk about before we end this video, the last thing I want to talk about is this. And like I said, I'm going to say this one last time. CC did not like that video. Okay, I mean, like that post. I don't think Taylor Swift wrote the post. To be honest with you, I don't even think Taylor Swift wrote the post. And Caitlyn never endorsed Kamala Harris. Never did. She never did. She had a chance to endorse her last night at the presser. She didn't do it. If Caitlyn was really ready to because I'm gonna tell you something. If you are endorsing the president and you want people to vote for this president, when you speak out on it, yeah, man, I need y'all to vote for Kamala Harris. Why not do it this? She talked about, how big of a platform they have. CC is smart, man. CC is not going to give in either way. She's not going to give you any clues where she's going. I believe she's on Trump's side, but the thing is that she's not going to let you know openly where she's headed, and she doesn't have to, And these people are stupid because Patrick Mahomes has openly endorsed Donald Trump. And guess who one of his best friends on the team is? Travis Kelce, right? Travis Kelce's girlfriend is Taylor Swift, who endorses Kamala Harris. And Patrick Mahomes' wife hangs out with Taylor Swift a lot. So does that make Patrick Mahomes a Kamala Harris endorser because he hangs out with Taylor Swift? So even if CC liked this post, because CC grew up on Taylor Swift, I believe she likes Taylor Swift music. She grew up on it. She's 22. So does that make CC all of a sudden, just because she likes political posts from Taylor Swift, does that make her a Kamala Harris supporter? Can you guys please use your head? Okay? I think people need to get smart. People need to stop acting dumb. People need to really stop acting dumb. People really need to stop acting dumb, bro. To finish this video up, I want to talk about the future of the WNBA real quick. The future of the WNBA. We had about a couple of young players who had injuries this year, okay? And they are going to be back, okay, next season. Cameron Brink is going to be back next season, okay? Cameron Brink is going to be back next season. She had a season-long injury, okay? She's going to be back, all right? I don't know if y'all heard of Mackenzie Holmes. Mackenzie Holmes is going to be back next season. Elizabeth Kitley is going to be back next season. And there's all sorts of ballers. And I'm not even just talking about white girls. There's some Latino girls that are playing basketball now. We got Powell, a Polynesian player. We had what's her name from Minnesota, Peely. She's gonna be back next season. We're getting a lot of non-black girls coming into the sport in the next few years. This thing is about to change rapidly. Because if you look at I got a friend who looks in the high school levels, and then you got the girls that are young, that are 10, 15 years from now are going to start playing basketball on the high school and college level, who are watching CC play right now, and they're becoming fans, and they're like, skip soccer, I'm going to go play basketball, okay? CC is about to bring a whole movement of white girls into the sport, okay? And I wanted to let y'all know that, right now, that this shit is about to change. And the Arrival League is about to help accelerate it, because a lot of those black players are going to go to the Arrival League. And then the white players, they're going to, I'm telling you, this shit is going to look like Iowa basketball all over the league, okay? It's going to look like Iowa basketball. You heard it here first. It's going to look like Iowa basketball in the WNBA, bro. It's going to change a lot, because the WNBA is going to be the CC League, and the Rival League is going to be the LGBTQ League, like it's been in the WNBA for the last 20 years. It's going to be a huge difference between the two leagues, bro. And this is why I said the smartest thing that they can do right now, just leave Kathy Engelberg where she's at. Don't take her out. Just leave her where she's at. Let her do her thing. I think she's been doing a pretty good job as far as, I think this is the best promotion we've seen from the league. Leave her in there. She knows how to make money. They got the TV deal under her. Leave her in there and let her ride this thing out. Now, can they get somebody better? I think they can get somebody better, though. But I think for right now, I leave her in there. Leave her in there for right now. But the one thing about it is that they are trying to overthrow her out of there, man. They, like the players that are in the league, we got to get these old players out of the league. That's the problem right now. We got to get these old, dusty-ass players out of the league, bro. We got to get them out. Got to get them out. The old guard, they got to go. They got to go. They got to go, bro. Because they're the ones ruining the league right now. They got to go. They got to go. And they know they got to go. And they know they will go. They will be gone. They will be gone. They will not be in this league, bro. They are going to be gone. All right? We got a few more years to tolerate with them, and then they're gone. The Asia Wilsons and all that, they're going to be gone. All right? We ain't got to deal with them no more. We can deal with players that we actually like a Sophie Cunningham, and players like that all over the league, Lacey Hall. We'll have more of those than we have Asia Wilson, these players with attitude problems. You know, we'll get them out of here, all right? We'll get them out of here. But yeah, the WNBA is going to change a lot, man. It's going to change a lot. And this was the type of week that we needed, to be honest with you. We needed a week like this because it puts everything into perspective of where we're at. You know, playoffs are about to start. So we're going to get some real hype coming into the league in the next couple of weeks. We're going to get some real hype coming into the league because we got the first playoffs with Caitlyn Clark in the league. So it's going to be huge. All right? Get ready for it. You got one more week of the regular season left, 3 more games. I'm going to see y'all then. We're going to do a quick Lexi Hall video, and then we're going to be out. Going ahead and get this video a like, share, subscribe, y'all. Thank y'all for watching this one. Track and Ace.